So the fair tax was basically no federal income taxes, no state taxes, no nothing. You pay. It was a consumption tax, right? So if you bought something, that's when you paid your taxes. And his belief, and people that it's more of a libertarian mindset, is that everybody should pay their own fair share of taxes. And if you don't want to pay taxes, that's fine. Just don't buy nothing.
Mhm.
You
Right.
know? So you'd pay your sales tax if you bought your house, or if you go to the grocery store, you'd bought it. But it's a consumption tax, right?
Yeah.
So if you're, but it weighed it out to where it was more even. And your essential items, right? Your milk, your eggs, your bread, stuff like that. Those things were all tax free. You wouldn't pay taxes on these. But you go buy a TV, you're gonna pay tax on it. You go buy a boat, you're gonna pay tax on it. But when you earned your paycheck, you put your paycheck in your pocket, and then you got to determine how and when you spend it, right? And I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I like that as well. I think that, I don't have when and how it all came about, but like federal income tax, how I think was that like post World War II?
yep.
I forget when that got introduced, and it wasn't supposed to be a forever thing.
Nope.
So I think both of us are in agreement of small government. Only government only provide the things that are required.
Sure.
Right, instead of this massive government that controlling everything that we're getting all of our tax money, our taxes continue to go up.
It adds to everything, because when you're talking real estate, you're talking we're going to jump out to Tennessee, right? Home Depot just scrapped a $10 billion development project for a major logistic hub, right? Which laid off thousands of people, right? So there's things going on in the economy that affect, so as soon as that plan to put this major logistic hub for Home Depot in that market, know what happened in the surrounding areas. Builders started breaking ground. They started getting ready for an influx of people to buy homes, right? And you see those things happening here. If something changes or shifts, and a major corporation like Home Depot no longer feels that it is viable to do what they need to do, it disrupts the whole apple cart. So when you have $40 trillion in debt that doesn't look like it's coming down anytime soon, it's a scale that is very unevenly balanced. So there are things that you got to look at from a just an overall fiscal responsibility, right? And the government can take on as much debt as they choose. They've proven that time and time and time again. You and I as consumers can't do that, right? So we are very focused in on, okay, where's every penny going to go? How much property tax I'm going to pay? What's my insurance going to be like? Where am I going to live? Where are my kids going to go to school? Right? These are all things that are important to most people that do not seem like they're getting addressed on a national scale.
Yeah.
Which creates a lot of fear and anxiety in people.